Good day again. We have covered all the three graphs as discussed earlier. We have covered the straight line graph, we have covered the parabola, we have covered also the hyperbola. Now comes a point where we are asked in questions to analyze the graph. So what is the approach when analyzing the graphs? Let's look at that, okay? And do I have the correct information? My apologies. I don't have the correct information on the table. Okay, we put this. Okay, so now we are analyzing two graphs. Normally you are given two graphs, either a parabola and a hyperbola, or a parabola and a straight line, or a parabola and a parabola, or a parabola and the exponential graph. Okay, though we haven't covered the exponential graph, but you are given such cases. So now you need to know what are the key things that are important when analyzing the graph. Very important. The important one and the easiest one is the point of intersection. Okay, so you have to check for the point of intersection where these two graphs meet or intersect. Okay, and the best thing to do, you have to find the equation for the point of intersection. Now, how do you find the equation for the point of intersection? You just say y is equals to equation 1 minus equation 2. Tip here, if you have a parabola and the other graph, always try to make a parabola your equation number 1. Okay, then the straight line or the hyperbola becomes your equation 2. It just makes working out easier. Okay, so you find the equation, you say equation number 1 minus equation 2, you simplify, and your equation will be in the form of y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. That's point number 1. You find the equation, okay, of point of intersection. Now, the second point, you find the x coordinate for the point of intersections. It might be 2 point of intersections, right? You need to find the x coordinate of that. So for you to find the x coordinate for point of intersection, you let the equation of point of intersection equals to 0. So you let y equals to 0 from this equation, okay? And you solve for x, okay? So once you solve for x, you write it in coordinate format. Remember, for the x-intercept, y is 0 always. So write it in coordinate format, okay? Now, the last thing is to find the y coordinate for the point of intersection. So you can substitute the x value that you got. If you've got one x value, you can substitute it in any of the equation, but you have to choose one, okay? Either equation 1 or equation 2, okay? If you have two x coordinates, then you have to first substitute the first x on one of the equations and substitute the second x on also one of the equations. Okay, just choose one equation to use on this one. Please do not substitute on the equation of point of intersection. Substitute on either equation 1 or equation 2. Now you would find your point of intersections. As easy as that. This question is always 99% is on the question paper. So please, if you can grab this, you know you've got those marks. Okay. Now, they also ask you for the vertical line distance between the graphs sometimes. Now, you need to start by finding the equation for the vertical line or vertical distance. Now, how do we find that equation? That equation is equals to, you find it by saying that y is equals to the top graph equation minus the bottom graph equation. You look which graph is at the top. You write that minus which graph is at the bottom. You write its equation here, and then you simplify from here. You will find your equation in the standard form of x squared plus bx plus c. Okay, From that one, you let y equals to 0, you find the x coordinate for the vertical line or vertical distance. Okay, and after doing that, to find now the distance, you must take that x coordinate that you got, okay, and you substitute it to the vertical line equation. This one, be careful, you substitute to the vertical line equation that you got here, okay, then you will get your distance. Okay, that's it. These are the tricks they like in the functions. If you grab this, look over and over this, study this and understand this, it will be able for you to, it will be easy for you to answer the questions. Okay, now number 3, the last one on analyzing the graph. Writing equation in the form, okay, sometimes they ask you to write the equation in the form of y equals to a into x minus p all squared plus q. Now for you to be able to do that, you need to complete the square. By now you know how to complete the square. Okay, so you take the equation as it is, you add the x coordinate of the turning point squared, you subtract it at the same time, and you make your equation in this form. You know it. This is just a summary. If you don't know how to complete the square, go back to your notes or your textbook, look, and you will understand what do I mean by this. I think I have covered everything that you need on the graphs. Now we will do the practical examples after you've listened to this. Thank you.